guys are doing well. Oh my goodness. Do you get the notifications before I get them? Welcome in, dude. How you doing? Yo. Welcome. Yo, I just got off of another live. It was crazy. I was trying to explain my boob. I did not know TikTok could get that crazy. It's really wild. Thanks. It gets real crazy. Oh, you just got the notification you're eating dinner. Oh, it is dinner on the East Coast. Heck yeah. Yeah, going live in general is difficult, but I will say, you know, that TT is a lot more, I don't know, it's just a lot more random. At least here on YouTube, my usual people are going to find me decently quickly. A TT, you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what mood they're in. You don't know what vibe they're in. So yeah, over here is a little bit more predictable as far as the type of people that are going to find you. Over there, it's all up for grabs. Whoever wants to show up will show up. Whoever wants to join will join. Yeah. Oh, and then being a small business owner, I try to give like the small business tips, but I just don't think TikTok Live is for that. I gotta stop saying the other word. TT Live isn't for that. So over here, it's more like lifestyle, relationship, pop culture, you know, which is a good, you know, segue. And I just think each social media has its own job, so that's what I'm really learning at this moment. You already know who that is. Say hello. Hi. Yeah, always good to see you, X. I'm not trying to ruin your dinner. Just wanted to pop on here and say hello. Take a little break from the last platform I was on because that was a little discouraging, but you know, we move on as quickly as possible. You know, we do our best over here. You know, we dry our tears and go online. But no, there's no tears, just a little irritations. You know, but I think did I big chop again? No, I did not. My hair is in the curliest state possible, so. It's as short as it possibly, it looks as short as it possibly can. Actually, the last time I did a longer live, my hair was straightened out, I promise. I didn't chop anything. I did trim my ends, probably about a ½ inch, but no, it's just wet. Like my hair is wet and it's not stretched out. I literally just co-washed, not even co-washed, I did a whole everything shower. And then, you know, it shrinks up. It's still wet at the top. Like even the back is like semi-dry at the top. No chance. So, yeah, I didn't big chop. I just, you know, washed it and here we go. I'm literally on camera and my hair isn't even dry yet. I apologize, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta, you know, upload and, you know, hope for the best. Man, how many times, if you follow me for a while, I big chopped like 4 times, and one time was just to get rid of the gold color in my hair. Oh my goodness. Hi, Blue. I see you in here. Hello. Hi. See, I thought I was coming over here for my usual people. I don't know what you're talking about. But welcome in, Blue. One of my usuals. Dang, every single platform. How's it came on, he knows. Hi, beautiful. You can't be out here either. Oh my. So, does anyone have any business questions or just want to say hello? See Blue in here. Yeah. Happy. Yeah, I'm happy. Oh, it is a beautiful Wednesday. Yeah, it's a beautiful Wednesday. Everything is open. Those are already open though. Oh wait, no, those are already open. Oh yeah, let's not do that. I'll take my mascara. Mascara. How you guys doing? What's going on? That middle one's ready. Oh no. Like, comment. Look at my #1 moderator. Like, comment, share. Ring that bell as well. Yes. because as you know, I go live very randomly and very sporadically, but I like to pop on here and say hello. So thank you for liking the live, everybody. I see you guys in here. But yes, I usually like to do like a full panel live, but I don't think there's any way I can do that with a tiny little one right now. Literally at my feet. Is it fall yet? I want autumn. What? I didn't even fully get to enjoy the summer. We haven't even been to the beach yet. Like, you want fall? I know everybody has their season. For me, it's always summer. Goodness. But, I mean, I know you like the fall weather. Mm-hmm. And I gave a little one.
But now you don't get up.
Hold on. Alright, you guys. Maybe crisis averted. If the likes exceed 500, I'll drive my car through the barrier at the... What? Hey, you all night, you better stop it. If we get to 500 likes, I'm singing for you guys. That'd be amazing. We're at 3. If we get to 500, that means we went viral somehow. But why in the world would you do that? No. Hi, we have a new person in here. Wait, I don't usually say hi. I just wanted to say hi. Hold up. It's funny, I don't even know how to pin you. I think it's because you're new. Hi, welcome in. Tuki TV. Welcome in, Tuki TV. You have any questions about making money on this here YouTubes or about doing anything else? I would love to help you guys out if I absolutely can. Good old shrinkage. I know that's right. Heck yeah. The shrinkage will get you. But no, if you're not driving nothing through nothing, you better park that car and go sit down. We need our moderators because it gets crazy over here, okay? We need our moderators. So, what'd you have for dinner, X? I know it's a random question, but we're going to find a way to make it a relevant topic. So I have to, make dinner in a little bit too, but we're 3 hours, after 3 or 4 hours behind. I'm not crazy, I'm just a tad bit unhinged. The unhinged part, sure, crazy. It'd be crazy if you did that. Oh, taco salad. Now that sounds good. We have things to make nachos. We have like chips and, veggie beef and onions and stuff like that. But yeah, taco salad, that sounds like a pretty well-balanced meal. Was it one you made or one you got from the store? Because then that kind of makes it a little different. So it's one you got from the store. You know what it is. So let's see the background some more. Isn't that cute? That's a little background I made. I thought it was adorable. Oh, well, me and my husband made it. I can't take all the credit. Pizza restaurant. Again, it would depend on the restaurant. Like, if they legit, like, kind of specialize in that stuff, then it probably would be a pretty good one. But if it's one you get, like, a gas station or something, they just slap anything together. But yeah, if it's from a pizza restaurant, it's probably legit. Oh, hi, the cynical one. Welcome in. I want vegan hamburger helper. Oh, my goodness. Now I gotta do life stuff. No, just joking. Yeah, that just sounds good. Hamburger helper was one of those meals where it's like, okay, we are hungry. We've been outside all day. We want something in our bellies in like 30 minutes or less. Y'all remember those days, right? I'm the only one? No, that. And then one of those little Hostess Debbie things. Yeah, all that. Yeah, see, the cynical one knows what I'm talking about. Absolutely delicious. I remember those days. What else? Oh, and I want to show you guys, like, this is a little setup. I have a new product launch coming out tomorrow. Actually, on my website, I think it's already live. Because here on YouTube is like a whole different thing. Like, this is my Breann LaFaye, then I have a separate business. So, of course, you see, like, some of the things already, like, listed in the background. Stacked in the background. But yeah, there's a lot more I want to do. A lot more stuff I need to do. But, one thing at a time. We gotta pace ourselves. Oh, as I said, he wanted to see everything I had. So yeah, I just came from TT Live, and it's rough over there, y'all. I'm sitting here just running my mouth, talking, getting dry mouth, and I'm like, I don't even know what to do on here. So, but the good thing over there is that I can get affiliates, send them the product, they sell it for me, because they want me to talk to people all day about my products. I'm probably not the best one for that. So we're going to allocate that to other people. I don't know how well we can hear the baby's music, but I'm hoping Madison can turn it down a tad. Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to pop in and say hello. My husband wants some food, so I'm going to get ready and do that. Be right back and handle something. Oh, X. Okay, we'll wait for X to get back. They have dirty antique. Yeah! Man, I got so uncomfortable over there. They were telling me what they liked, what they wanted to see. And the crazy thing is, me being me, I'm like, oh, you want to see? I'll show you. So this lip balm does, and I was going to talk about the lip balm. That's not what they were talking about. They didn't want to see the lip balm. Oh my gosh, when I finally realized what was going on, I'm pretty sure my face went completely flush red. I'm like, I can't believe they didn't want to see my lip balms. My lip balms are beautiful. You want to see both of them? Yeah, I'll show you both of them. Look how great they are. They don't have no color. He wasn't talking about the lip balm. So I don't want to see them all. Like, can I see them all again? Sure you can. The juicy one, yeah. We got mango. It smells like fresh cut mango. And I'm sitting there just talking about my products, not knowing how dirty they were over there. And again, I'm a business channel over there. I thought they were talking about my products. And yeah. It's funny. I'll wait for X to get back and I'll explain that story real quick, because I was like, there's no way. You're on a business page asking to see something other than my products for sale. You know. Wild work. Really wild. I can't hear on. Oh, I've been talking to myself this whole time. Oh, you said you couldn't hear. Oh, okay. I see it. So, I want to wait for X to get back. I'm going to make sure I'm able to explain this crazy story. So that he doesn't miss it.
You almost pulled it off.
Oh. Is it off? Oh, okay. You better not. You better not. X, let me know when you're back. I'm going to tell you the story about what happened over on TT real quick. You hear the pumpkin? You hear the little bunnies? So I'm sitting there talking, well again, not this one, because this one is about to release. So I'm sitting there talking about my products. Oh my gosh. Yeah, X, let me know when you're back in here. Okay, does anyone have any small business questions? Because I would love to answer those, because every single time I have a question about anything, they're trying to charge you, you know, a nickel and a dime, a couple of nickels and dimes for it. And I'm like, oh, that's great. You know, you have a small business. So if you want to have a consultation with me, it'll be blah, 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 blah. Like, I literally asked you a question about, you know, when you got started. And I need a whole consultation to get an answer? Like, no. I think small businesses need to also understand, like, I don't know what's in your pockets. You don't know what's in mine. Of course, you want to make a sale, but isn't making a connection worth something too? At least that's how I think. I think that I do gauge the person I'm talking to. If they need any type of thing from me, a service, then you need me to be your supplier for something. Do you need, you know, a reference to something? Like, I'm gauging what they need, but I just don't want people to talk to me and gauge how much money they can get from me initially, you know? At least that's how I think. So, yeah, that's just me. Again, maybe I'm not the right type of business person to be front running this, but it's really wild when I'm watching a lot of these channels, or I'm trying to, you know, network with people in real life at these business events, and I'm thinking about how can the connection connect? Like, how can we benefit each other? And they're thinking, okay, this person said they're in 2 stores, they said they're doing this and doing that. I wonder how much money I can get from them. That's not me. So yeah, I gotta be very careful the type of business owners I talk to, because I want to only talk to people who care about the connection first, because I could know another business owner that could help you with your business, and you're only thinking about how to get money out of me. So yeah, I'll even have people ask me how many stores I'm in, and, you know, use that as a method to gauge, you know, how much they can charge me or something like that. Yeah, I just think in general for, sorry, I'm moving my camera. I just think in general for small business owners, it's going to be hard regardless. It's a hard market, especially when people already have their products they're already like really connected to. And when they're trying to grow on like an app like YouTube or something, they probably already have their favorite creators to go to for their same things. And just trying to find a new person that you connect with is one, already difficult, and two, like really trying to, you know, get out here in the internet in general is difficult. You would think it's oversaturated. It's oversaturated probably in the market you want to advertise. I mean, product-based business, you know, I mean, you can almost forget about it if you want to be a new guy and you're just starting out. But even me, I've been running this business for many years. Certain aspects get easier while others get harder. Thank you so much for liking the live. X, are you back in here? I want him to hear that story because I think you get a kick out of that one. Alright, so I think we said hi to everybody. And my boo's in the chat, but I just want to make sure anyone else knew. Say hi. Oh, I'll show you the background. Got new launches coming up, a bunch of stuff coming up, but again, this is my personal channel. I don't try to talk too much business stuff on here. I just try to give you the tips as I learn them and come up with them. X, you gotta like lock in. I need to know if you're back in here. See, and I'm sitting here talking to you guys, my hair is starting to dry. Finally. See? It's finally starting to dry, especially in the back. It's a little damp, but it's mostly dry, so that's cool. But the top, another good 2 to 4 hours. Yep, 2 to 4 hours, that's how it works. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a little close. I don't know how the quality is doing though. See the little space guy up there? When we plug him in, he'll do like a little light show on the wall. It's really cool. Oh, he was right. In the comments, your state or city. Oh. Appreciate it. So put your state or city in the chat. It just helps the algorithm. It's an easy way. I know a lot of people ask that because it does kind of build a community, but it also helps you guys to like get that engagement. So put your state or city in the chat so I can see where you guys are watching from. Appreciate it. Of course, I've got my moderators in there. I'm still waiting for X to come back so I can explain to him what happened in TT. But I think the beautiful thing about you guys watching this is we're going to talk about random things. If you have random questions, please put them below. It can be about anything. There's no particular topic. It's just that I needed to kind of brain dump after getting off of TT because that's very discouraging. But I gotta keep showing up. I gotta keep doing it. I gotta keep, you know, doing the things that are uncomfortable and new to me, or I'll just never do them. Because if you always say, okay, I'm never gonna try anything new, you're not gonna do anything, or you're just gonna continue to do the same things that don't yield new results. And I don't want that for myself. So, yep, gotta keep doing the thing. I'm sitting here just playing with this mascara because it makes a cute little click noise. This is a really good one though. This is Call Me Queen by Essence. It's good stuff. H&M, hello, hello, welcome in. See, I knew one of my moderators and number one people would be in here. Good to see ya. All right, X is back, you guys. So I could tell this story. I didn't want to tell this without you being here. Alright, X, so now the baby's not gonna want. I went on TT Live, right? I don't think I can say the full platform name, but you know what TT is, right? I went on TT Live and I was here. I'll show it because H&M just got in here. Let me move these off to the side. Hey, my love. So I went on TT Live. I have my here. I'm gonna show you my cute little background. So here are my shipping boxes. Here is my little, you know, stand. I have my little lip balms, and I'm like, blah blah blah. Look how cute. And someone is in the comments saying, I want to see him. I want to see him. I said, heck yeah, you can see him. And I'm talking about my lip balms, and these are so great and moisturized and yada yada. And he's like, that's not what I wanted to see. And I'm like, what did you want to, you know what I mean? And then, you know, it was the whole thing. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm sitting here showing the products like that's what he wanted to see. You got it wild over there. So yeah, I'll talk for a few more minutes and you know, get out of there. TikTok. It's crazy. Oh, see, that's the name. TT is crazy. So I was like, yeah, I gotta get out of there. They weren't trying to see the products. They focused on the wrong thing. I think there used to be on other platforms where they charged $3.99 to show stuff. He showed a product, he was hoping you show stuff. Yeah, he wanted to see stuffy stuff. He wanted to see stuffy stuff. And the answer was no. But my problem is, you're on a business page, because this is my personal page. They were on my business page, and I'm sitting there talking about how great they are, and they said, okay, great, let me see them. Here you go, look. And they're like, I don't want to see the lip balm. And I'm like, oh my God, no. So yeah, went on my business page to waste my time. So here I am pinning his comments, thinking I'm getting good interaction. Oh, it was a mess. I wish I could describe the flush that probably happened on my face when I realized he was not trying to see me. I'm sitting there like, oh, I'm dropping stuff. I have a great lunch coming tomorrow and you guys are gonna love it and blah, blah, blah. It was heartbreaking. It was really sad. It was sad. That's what happened. Just minutes before I went live on here. So I'm like, at least my people will. I like to hear this story. Nice to see you. I finished the thought. So long story short, Des had his sniper. No, he was sitting here with the baby. He wasn't even on the live with me the way he's on this live. And I remember thinking like, the one time he's just doing something else. You know, I told him after the fact, he's like, don't even pay attention to that. TT gets real crazy. And I'm like, what's real crazy? Like, please tell me what real crazy is. So, yeah, I'm learning. And that's the other thing. The good thing about TT is I've sent out a lot of these to people because when you get 1,000 followers over there, they allow you to get my products for free. So I sent out a bunch of my products, what was this, a few days ago. They're going to get them between today and Friday. So they can do the videos for me so I don't have to post live as often to, you know, advertise my own stuff. You should have told him you were a mother. I bet he'd have loved her. You know the crazy thing is, people care less that I'm married and more that I'm a mom. You know, when it comes to stuff like that. It's like, what? Yeah, I'm a mom. Run! You know what I mean? Hilarious. Yeah, I still, you know, long story short, I believe, you know, marriage should definitely be valued when someone's talking to you cuckoo crazy. But even if I was single, that's not the type of way I would like to get to know somebody. I'm telling you about my product and my business, how exciting I am, and you're trying to ask for video requests? No. And that's the funny thing, even before that, had liked my page, was sharing out the live, was liking the live, and I'm thinking, oh my God, you know, this is so great, I'm getting all this interaction, thank you so much, saying the person's first name, you know, because they were liking and sharing out the live, which does help the algorithm. But yeah, when you ask to see them on a business page, I'm assuming you're talking about my skincare, not something else. So yeah, wow, word. Breann, I'm married. What's that gonna do? And that's the thing. I believe if I did react that way, which I initially wanted to, it would have helped my algorithm. But, you know, as a business page, I just keep thinking like, oh, I don't want to like go non-professional. You know, I still want to, you know, be me and feminine and not just go off. But I'm like, why in the world would you even do that? Why would you waste the time? And again, it's not like the profile picture is me anymore. It used to be. It's the business logo. And then you click my profile, it says small business. Like, why would you waste my time like that? Why would you do that? So yes, I don't like my time being wasted, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't either. And it's like, let me run my business. It's hard enough to be a small business, let alone comments like that. So, yeah, I'm going to try and find as many affiliates as I can so I don't have to worry about things like that. And I'm going to try to stay focused on the goal. Just to push out skincare, just to build connections with people, to continue to do videos like this. But yeah, I just think that person thought because I was a small creator that it'd be funny, but yeah, that's not funny. I mean, X was here when that dude did that video thing live. Oh my god, just disgusting. Lots of guys assume like everyone else only did. Exactly, and then that's the thing. It wasn't even no money. It was like you're liking everything, you're sharing out my live, and I said thank you. That's your payment. You did a thing that I thought initially was nice, and I said thank you. And yeah, and it's not like I'm not wearing my wedding ring and my wedding band, you know. Because sometimes, especially when I'm doing my hair, I have to take off my rings. I have to take off pretty much all my jewelry because it will stick. But yeah, it was just nasty. TT is just plain as. That's. I don't even want to say that because there's so many beautiful things about TT. All the affiliates I have now, all the people who follow me and found me organically, I think that's a beautiful thing about that platform. You can find people quickly and they can find you quickly. But there are people on there that will just, you know, say embarrassing things to take advantage. You know, it's not nice. People can buy wedding bands and still not be married. Facts. I know, I actually had to correct a girl, my husband's probably going to remember this, many years ago, who said, well, I'm not married, but I just like the idea of wearing a wedding ring. And I'm like, well, why? Well, because, you know, marriage is just a piece of paper, and, you know, if I want to walk around looking like you're married, I probably can. And I told her, no, that's disrespectful. How is that disrespectful? It's not on your finger. Well, I was like, well, for one, I'm wearing an actual wedding ring. Do you know how many people lost their lives for the right to be able to be married? And, you know, how many people, you know, work hard on their marriages and they believe this is, you know, their connection to God. Like, you're literally playing a fool of it. And that person ripped that ring off their finger real quick. And I think it's important, like, things we want to take seriously, we got to treat them seriously. Because if everything is just, oh, let's just go, you know, play house, you know, let's do this, let's do that, nothing will be serious. And I think that's kind of what we are as a society. Nothing's taken seriously. You know, the most important pivotal things in our lives are jokes, and I think that's a problem. Marriage is serious, having children is serious, you know, all these financial things we do as a society are very, very serious, and, you know, we have to treat them as such. Yeah, absolutely. And again, I still enjoy the platform, I just don't enjoy that. And again, that's the first time that's happened on that platform. I've been live many, many times, don't have the same, like, you know, 4 to 6 people live with me. I never had an issue where a person was saying something dirty like that. I've never had that issue before. And does that mean I'm getting pushed out more? Probably, because I'm getting pushed out to a weirdo. I definitely am getting pushed out to people who probably will want to talk more about my things and who will, you know, enjoy my skincare. It's going to be after the whole... Oh, see, you know what, X, of course. And that's the thing. Marriage is too beautiful and too sacred for people to cheapen it out. If you want to remain single and do all of that, fine. But to get on the platform, not even know if the person is married, how they gauge those type of things is an issue. Oh my goodness, hey Montrese, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Hi. Let me scroll up. But yeah. It was wild over there. Again, I'm grateful to still be on there. I got a little shop over there, trying to do my thing. But yeah, this very fast culture of posting online, forget about it later, I'm not with it. I still like doing these lives and interacting in real time. I still like, you know, talking to people, answering questions in the chat. That fast moving thing, even this is way easier to read than over on TT. On TT, the tips, the tricks, everything is flowing across my screen so fast I can barely follow. Not worth it. For mental health reasons, selling reasons, for skincare, it definitely is worth it. Again, no, it's not about the platform in general. It's the fact that you can reach so many people you don't know, meaning you can reach a lot of people you don't know their intentions either. That's my only thing with that. And I like here how I can at least see how long I've been live. That's really helpful too. No amount of money is okay with me when it comes to morals and our family integrity. I absolutely agree with that. And that's why this platform specifically is a lot better for building community and actually having those conversations, because I don't have those, well, let me rephrase my answer. I don't worry about those issues over here as much. See, X, this is why. He said, not even for a mil. A mil. Joking. No, integrity, there's no price on that. And then again, a mil before becoming a mom is different. I'm a mom now. A mil isn't enough because you're not going to think about her. But I like to make a mil, selling the things I make, because then that actually leaves legacy. Making a mil, even in that way, that's not going to help her long term, because then when it's time for her to start, doing her own thing and making money, having a legacy like that won't help much. We're over here just laughing. I have bubblegum lip balm. I already got the bubblegum. It's called Yum Bubblegum Lip Balm. Oh my goodness. You're hilarious. I just would rather make a million with my products or with teaching people something. Because as many people on this app just scream, like they're screaming in the camera, not saying anything at all. I don't want to do that. I want to actually teach somebody something or help them grow their business in some way. I don't think there's any other, for me and our family, there's no other way. Trixie, you're pretty. Thank you so much, Trixie. I appreciate it. Yeah. I just would rather it be my products. I would rather it be something I can be proud of. There's no way I can do what I do without the support of you guys. There's no way I can do this comfortably without, the support of my husband. So yeah, I try to make it make sense. Oh my goodness. So yeah, if you have any other questions, I would love to answer those. But yeah, that's it. Just a quick little brain dump. Count. Sorry, see, this is when they play the song, they get distracted. Oh, cutest calculator ever. Does anybody want me to do some math real quick? So we can make the math. Oh, let me show you the background. So this is our background. This little guy lights up when I plug him in. Of course, the products I make are right here. And then that's a scrunchie. That's one of my headbands. I make those. And then that's just a little decoration. Green shipping boxes. And again, it's just a little setup just to make this little corner cute for when I do need it. But other than that, it just sits there like that. Yeah, but my husband is in the chat, picking up anything that I missed. It's 3:30. Yeah, it's almost time to start making dinner. Maybe step outside so the top of my head can finally dry. As you see, the back finally is almost dry, but the top was the last part I did. So how is business right now? That's a good question. Well, I haven't done a market in a few weeks, so every once in a while, I'll try to see if there's a new market coming up, but I mean, I get a sale maybe once a month if I'm not doing a market, so that's how business is doing. I have a launch coming up because, as I said in the live, I'll try to show you. Oh, don't fall. I kicked everything at this point. This is really, really hard to sell during the summer. So people aren't using body butters in the summer as much. It's a whipped product. If it gets over 120 something in those trucks, which it will, it'll melt. But shelf stable wise, this is much better than my first body butter because that would melt if it was too hot in the house. This at least stays stable up until we get past that 105, 110 degree weather. But once it's in that truck with all the other products and stacked up in boxes, those trucks can get up to, like I said, 120, 125, really, really hot inside in certain parts of the truck, especially when the sun's beaming down on it. So you've got to keep that in mind. As I said, dinner sounds nice and wash the cars. Yeah, we do need to do that. And then, yeah, as far as business, it absolutely could be better, for sure. And I just want to push out the business as much as possible because it helps our family. And again, I'm the type of woman, which I said multiple times, any money we both make goes into one bucket. And it benefits the whole family. I don't want to say too much, but I do come from a family of women that are saying, his money is our money, my money is my money. Not that type of woman, So everything goes in one big old bucket for the whole family. But it needs diapers, as always, so it needs to go in one bucket, you know. Gotta diaper that baby up. And diapers are expensive. I don't think I have any of the parents in the chat at the moment, but we were talking about diapers and wipes on another live, and I'm like, yeah, I know that they try to just give you a deal if you're already going to spend $125 on diapers and wipes. And I'm like, who's spending $125 on diapers and wipes? So the big pack, I think, is $62 of the, you know, the ones she wears. And then if you get the biggest pack of the wipes, those are like $42. So I was like, dang it, I might as well get 2 packs of the diapers just to get to the $125 to get the $25, you know, gift card. So it's crazy when you start doing the math. I'm like, dang, having a baby is really expensive. So yeah, it's when you're like debating, okay, do we just get this amount or do we get a little bit more to get the discount, you know? But yeah, she needs more diapers. That's a daily thing. Perhaps you can make your body better, intersect with other emerging fields in health. Like, I was talking about like face products, because it's a body care product. Or do you mean as far as listing it online? Because I've done that a few times. I've talked about it in a blog. I've talked about it, you know, during different times of the year, but it's just summer. More people are like with, you know, lighter moisturizers or, you know, just something very like light and airy. This is like a thick, you know, you're staying moisturized for 2 days type of moisturizer, so it's a little different. And the other thing is I wholesale. I got my first and only wholesale order for my, for these ones actually, for my mango lip balm about a month ago, which is nice, but it also takes a month to get paid out on Fair, so that's another thing. Fair is like the international, you know, selling place for your products. So I sold, you know, a wholesale amount of these, but it's going to take a whole month to get paid out. I won't get paid out until, I think, August, so that's how that works. And then they took their, 3%, 10% finder's fee, and then another $10 in a referral fee. So that took almost half of the amount I was supposed to get. But yeah, I have thought about that. But as of right now, this is not listed on my website or anything right now. Not because I don't want to sell them, because I would love to. It's just, it's a hard one. Very hard to sell in the literally one of the hottest times of the summer, which is July. So yeah, I'm going to find other products that are just going to do better, so which I already have. This is a little sample size, but with the larger bottle, like that one. I'll show you. It's already behind me. It's like this. Like this is a nourishing oil, so I have a bunch of these in different scents. Right now it's just the one. So this is the unscented, and then this is the scented. Oh, it smells so good. So yeah, this is already on my website. This is the Cocoa Cloud Nourishing Body Oil, and then I have an unscented that's called Bear, and I have Golden Nectar, and then of course Sweet Peach, which is always one of my top selling scents. That's Sweet Peach. Look at this. And the body butter too, so it smells like sweet peaches and vanilla. Again, this is the sample jar, which, you know, just really low as well. So, but yeah, the oils, these are much better to sell in the summer. Yeah, I'll try that. I'll try to, I guess, talk more about the healthcare benefits of my products, but it's still a hard market in the summer. People like traveling or, you know, starting to get ready for back to school. So I think back to school is kind of where I thrive a little bit more, because the weekend shows I can do are really nice as well. Hey guys, it's so nice to see you guys in here. I feel a little better because I was getting a headache on the other platform. I just needed a quick break and reset. But yes, I'm going to try and dry this hair and see what my baby's doing. Hey guys, see you in the next one. Oh wait, people are more interested in cellular intervention example. Did you know that vegetables grow at different latitudes could impact mitochondria, even organic ones, if water isn't equal? Describing one of the characters. So you're saying that if the plants are at different altitudes, they're getting different amounts of water, therefore growing differently? That would make sense, actually. Now, I was trying to follow you, because remember that dude who came up talking about the science mumbo jumbo? That actually made more sense. So even organic ones So give me an example real quick of how I would use like an oil in what you're saying, because I work better with examples. And then I think I'll know which way you're going through. Hi! Welcome in. Just reading limited characters. I just think example, because again, something like this is going to sell much better in the summer. Moisturizer I've ever made, you know what I mean? Because I love a good thick moisturizer really year round. I'm also going into that, especially if you already know you're going to be outside sweating, you're going to be out in the heat, you know, you're going to the pool, the beach, a party outside, you know, because it's still July. In my mind, it just turned summer, even though it's been summer for like a month and a half for people. It's just when you have a little one, I feel like the seasons work a little differently for you, you know? Do you know what I mean, X? I just wanted to make sure I explain that. But yeah, I need a direct example, so I'll wait for that. Yeah, I was gonna roll out, but I want to make sure I got an exact example of what you mean, so I'm not confused. Because I think about things a little bit too hard that it doesn't make sense, you know? Let's take CBD oil for example, okay? If the hemp used to make the oil was grown at a different latitude, height off the ground than where you live, it'll be a DNA mismatch. It might not work as well. Oh, okay. So would I explain that to like my manufacturers? Or not manufacturer, to my customers? Or is that just something to keep in mind? Because selling something like this, yes, I do use oils, but most of them are in the US. That's really interesting. I wonder if I can find out where my oils came from, like what exact place the plants were grown before they expelled them, because you know, cold expressed. Yeah, natural concern, maybe a customer concern. Yeah, I was just saying it could be a little bit of both, because you will notice like certain products will work better for other people simply because of maybe where they got them. So that's why I started getting my manufacturers closer, because when I wanted it sooner, I wanted to pay less shipping. But that could be another benefit, especially the people who were shopping from me that are local. It could be a benefit. I think so. Yeah, I like to learn new things when it comes to skincare and business. But I mean, when it comes to business, I want most people, especially if they haven't started a business, just to start learning and messing up and making mistakes, because there's no better teacher than your own experience, right? When it comes to business, I want to be very clear, because we've had a long discussion on why you should learn from other people's mistakes and not make them yourself. I'm talking about strictly with going into business, you know, start learning and living. Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm very interested in skincare. When we get to the science part, I feel like that's more of my husband's domain. But yeah, that's really good to know. Well, the good thing also with our bodies is even if our body doesn't necessarily like something, it still will take the nutrients out. It still will filter out a lot of things that, you know, bother us. So I hope that makes sense. You know, so like, even though certain foods may cause bloating and gas, if you just like shop from, because this is the time for local markets, you know, it's the summer, so local markets, pop-up shops that sell the fruits and veggies could be a really good thing too. And then of course you can always call and ask, not necessarily with altitude, but where is their farm, because it has to be registered somewhere if they're, you know, legally allowed to sell. So, same thing when you go into the grocery store, you'll know exactly, typically, what farm it came from if you either ask or look at the box below it. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, a panel will be happening soon. I just had to give my brain a little brain dump. But yeah, it's been good to see you guys. Hope you guys take care. Bye.